Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. Nowadays we hear more and more rulers being very self-centered, right? But this wasn't always the case. A long time ago, rulers were the most generous people in the land. Case in point, Hatim Ta'i. Now, if you don't know Hatim Ta'i, he was a 6th century Arabian ruler, and even the Prophet ﷺ said, I'm lucky to live in a time near Hatim Ta'i. So the story goes that once upon a time, a king sent a message to Hatim Ta'i. He said, if you don't get off your throne and give it to me, I will wage my country, people, tribe, whatever, against yours. We'll go to war. And all of Hatim Ta'i's advisors, they were like, dude, we'll squish him, my dude. Like, come on, look at all these babies and these chimps up in here. Come on, we got bigger numbers than them and everything. But Hatim Ta'i was like, no, it's not just for me to, send all these people out to risk their lives while I sit back and do nothing, right? So he's like, no, I'll go and fleet. He'll come, take taxes or whatever. It's not a big deal. So Hatim he goes into like a cave or something, and the new king, he comes and he notices that the people still love Hatim Ta'i. So he's like, no, I need to capture him or do something to him. So he puts a bounty on his head. He says, 5,000 gold coins for whoever can bring me a Hatim Ta'i. And Hatim Ta'i, he didn't know about this until one day he comes out of his cave and he hears a woodcutter and his wife, they're talking to each other. The man says, my dear wife, I'm getting old. The children are still young. Nature has it that I probably won't see them growing up. And since I'm the provider of the family, if only we could have Hatim Ta'i's 5,000 gold coins. And the wife was like, what? Shame on you. Like, I'd rather you die, the children and I starve to death, than us turning in Hatim Ta'i. And then out of nowhere, what Hatim Ta'i pops out of the bush or crawls out of the ground or whatever he was doing, I don't know, falls from the sky. And he's like, okay, how about let's go turn me in, you guys get your 5,000 gold coins, and we call that a day. And, the couple, they're like crying, they're like, no, Hatim Ta'i, we can't do that, you don't deserve it. And Hatim's like, listen, buddy, your choices are either you take me in and get your 5,000 gold coins, or I go, I surrender myself, and I say, hey, they were holding me captive, and then they're going to execute you anyways. So the woodcutter and Hatim Ta'i, they go to the king, and they each say their side of the story. Hatim Ta'i says, no, this man, he found me, give him his 5,000 gold coins, let him be, and do whatever you want with me. And the woodcutter says, this man crawled out of the ground like a like a worm, okay? I don't have anything to do with this. And the king, he was so overwhelmed with the story. At the end of the day, he was like, you know what? No. Hatim, you can have your kingdom back, right? I don't even want to do this anymore. And that just goes to show how far generosity can take you, right? And I believe that if you help enough people get what they want, you can get what you want. And Hatim Ta'i was a perfect example of this. And to this day, there's a proverb, however you say it, in Arabic, Akram min Hatim, more generous than Hatim. So that's the end of the story. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you want to hear more like it, if you want to hear different stories. I still want to make content for you guys, but it needs to be in a more mature fashion. So I'm doing what I can, but I need your support. So thank you, and see you next time, inshallah. Alright, assalamu alaikum.